One of my bosses, he approached me. He said, Jonathan, you mind I have a word with you? I said, Mr. Jones, let me have a word with you. I said, yes, sir. Because he saw I began to get so immersed in the money I was making, because I was making more money than delivering the phone books. I was making more money than doing the inventories. And he saw that it was starting to change me. He saw that it was starting to change my perspective on life. And he said, I want to tell you a story. I said, I'm listening. He said, there was a story about a young man. His name was Johnny the Bagger. And he said, Johnny was born with a disability. But he told his dad one day, he said, Dad, I want a job. Because I don't want to just sit around. I don't want to be lazy. I want a job. I have to do something. I might have a disability, but I still can add something to the world. He said, okay, son. So at that point, he went to the grocery store. He talked to the manager. Him and the manager happened to be very good friends. Then he got Johnny connected. And at that point, then Johnny began to work for the grocery store. He began to go to work cheerful every day. He began to go to work excited to bag the groceries because this was his opportunity to give something back to the world. And then over the weekend, Johnny went to a conference and a young lady shared a message, and it really hit Johnny deep in his core. He said, wow, that was such an impactful message that she shared. He tried to go to sleep. He couldn't. He had to tell his dad. He said, Dad. He said, Johnny, what is it? He said, I want to make an impact. He said, okay, Johnny, well, you said that you wanted a job. I got you a job. You have that now. You know, you're making an impact. You're bagging groceries. What do you want to do? He said, no, Dad, I want to make more of an impact. He said, well, tell me what it is, son, exactly what you want to do. He said, well, I just want to write notes, and I want to stick them in everybody's bag. I said, okay, I think I can handle that, son. He said, Dad, yeah, I'm just asking you to make the copies. He said, not a problem. He said, let's make it happen. One day, the manager approached the store. He came back off lunch break, and he was looking around. This is right around rush hour time, you know, where everybody's getting off work. People are just trying to get the last finishing touches for dinner, trying to go get the frozen vegetables so you can just put those in the microwave, heat them up, put them with the chicken. You have a meal. And the manager said, what's going on? He said, why is everybody waiting in aisle 8? What's happening right now? He said, we got 6 open, we got 5, 4. He said, somebody get on the intercom and tell these people so that they can get out the store. We can't afford a bad review. You know, we provide great customer service. And then as the manager was getting ready to just head back up to the office where he was overlooking over all the registers, he asked the young lady at the end of the line, he said, ma'am, would you like to just move up into the next checker aisle? Because I made sure that they opened up for you. We're not Walmart. We keep more aisles open. And then at that point, she said, no, sir. I appreciate you taking the time to open it up, but she said, I'm trying to get Johnny's word of the day. And the funny thing about Johnny the Bagger was Johnny didn't take on that job because he knew that's where he would make the most money. Johnny didn't take on that job because ultimately this was going to be the end-all, be-all. He just wanted to make a difference, and he wanted to make an impact. And students, just as you all are here today, I want to share with you, just take this little phrase with you, and I hope you hold it true to your heart. But it's just impact over income. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, each of you, wherever you go after you finish school, and wherever way your journey leads you, the money will come. That's the last thing you need to worry about. Money is fleeting, and money is actually easy to make. I've actually begun to learn that. Money is not that difficult to make. However, if you chase the dollar, then you'll burn out, sometimes before you even get it. And then sometimes when you get it, then you're like, well, what's next? I have money, but now what? I still feel empty. I want to challenge you to chase purpose. See about building an impact. See about being impactful. See about how you can see the value that you can add to somebody else's life through the gifts that you have. Because ultimately, that's how you leave a legacy. That's how you make a difference.